Imagine this. You're a Chinese Overwatch pro. You've been waiting 2 years for the next Chinese LAN event. Overwatch Esports finally announces a return to China in early 2025 along with a global event held in Hangzhou. Obviously qualifying would be a dream come true. So you get signed to a high-budget Saudi org, and you storm through qualifiers, only to find yourself in this situation. You need to lose your next match in order to qualify. But you can't throw so hard that the admins notice.
The question in chat is, why are ROC throwing? What is the throwing situation? If ROC wins this match, they have an impossible match in playoffs. Playoffs are single elim, and they have an impossible match versus once again. If they lose this match, then they get to play against Team CC, a team that just yesterday they went to map 5 verse. So they really want to lose this game.
I don't know what's going to happen here. This match is bizarre. This is the match where both teams benefit from losing. Both teams want to lose this match, ideally.
The theater act, it is a very fine balance. The theater act of both teams trying to lose, but not making it too obvious that they're trying to lose, is actually quite funny to watch.
The point is still in their favor, but it's just a matter of time before ROC secure the cap. And now the question becomes, how can ROC throw this next fight? Choice A1 flying in towards the enemy team's spawn, looking for kills. You can see he doesn't want to do too much, so he's going to stop at the wall, walking behind, just anything possible. Dia with shocking movement goes down to a pulse bomb. The Chu opts not to Suzu. They're actually throwing. They're actually genuinely throwing. Melisria throws the minefield 2 versus 5. Just an absolute hole in his judgment here.
Oh. Choi, why did we top Dragon Barrage?
Choice One's not even being subtle right now. He's running into the enemy team. He's barraging nothing.
Melisria's rolling back. He's rolling around. Back. Length's awfully low. Kitsune Russian overclock on point. Rally in response. Sia goes flying into that one. Boop off the map from Lengtsa. So they will be good for this retake, ROC.
Problem with Lengtsa is that he just doesn't know how to turn it off. Always going for the next kill, trying to peel people off Melisria. Melisria rolling around in spawn. Oh, giving power punch. You can see him feeding the power punch. He's trying so hard to lose.
Paul is like the perfect character controller because you can just roll around and do nothing the whole game. Just roll around, just pinball, bump into people, and just fuck around.
The MP comes out. Dia punched into the wall, taken down. Big from Lengtsa, 4 versus 5. Remedy has the orbital ray. Where is Remedy? Throws down the orbital ray now. An opportunity for Blade to flip over to the point. Instead, they're going to chase to spawn, looking for a kill onto Melisria. They have found nothing with this. Oh, God.
And ROC Esports, unfortunately for them, are looking good for this retake.
Blade are simply too shit. So ROC, despite their best efforts to throw, they just keep winning the goddamn fights. Double conk from Choice A1 all the way back, and you can see Fari with 7% on the point touch opts to invest all blinks away from the objective. No ultimates coming out from ROC as of yet, and a completely unprecedented C9 from ROC.
Guys, we're all trying too hard to win. Guys, play worse. Melisria, stop trying. Melisria, play worse.
Rally, he has to slow it down for a second. Blade are keeping it alive for their respawns. They are all back on point. Ray is getting ever closer for Remedy as well. Pride has the EMP coming back. No ults for ROC Esports. Overclock so close, and it's a C9. It's a C9 from ROC.
Wait, they're giving? They're giving? Wait, no way.
Choi is doing the best job right now. Choice A1 is doing the best job of throwing.
Fari takes down Choice A1 towards the spawn because Chu is presumably just refusing to heal. That's all Unter, not tell Choi. You can't tell me with the way Choi is playing Farah that he's trying to grow the fuck up confusion. Lynx is still quite a while away from the beat. Pride's going for a no. Grow up! On vacate. Get piss off.
Oh. What the fuck was that?
Much heavier bank on the side of ROC as they come in for a retake. Now they really hope goes wrong.
Punch in from Wen is no good whatsoever. Forces the ult. Choi pushing deep, looking for more. Doomfist ult actually lands on Choi's head. He can't suck himself away. He's going to go down early on in the piece.
Do you notice how they killed everyone on Blade and they're not capping?
If ROC overextend by way of effort, they could wind up in a disastrous 1-0 lead in the series.
No. What is that? What is that? What the fuck is that? What is that? Sombra Soldier Hog Bap Zen? Yo.
Gonna be a Hog coming out from Wen. Remember, Blade also trying not to win too hard here as well. Now trying to deal with a Farah as well. Choi seemingly completely unaware.
Blade, outrageously shit comp, but Fari just good for it with the kill onto Dia, a straight lining hitscan player. That wasn't him not trying, that's just him being old and bad, unfortunately. And I mean, look at Fari's positioning here. Tell me that these are two teams that want to win.
No, that's an obvious throw. That's an obvious throw. I'm sorry, but that is obvious.
Yeah, look, ROC, they're good for, you know, 25% given away at the start, but Blade is actually even better at shamelessly throwing than ROC.
Okay. This is like a sitcom, and we're just going to like a different POV, a whole different like duel across the map. This is just like 10 different duels happening all at once.
Retake barrage coming through from Choi, gets hooked out of it and kills himself on the Hog in the end.
Why aren't they capping point? Why are they going into spawn? No way. What the fuck? No, they're throwing. Blade, it's more obvious with Blade, actually. It's more obvious with Blade. What?
They never flipped. Blade never touched the point to get the cap. It was at 25. This is a masterful gambit, a C9 for the ages. Finally, they flipped the cap here after just taking the piss. But really, ROC need to get their asses off the point because Blade have shown that they're so willing to throw that they are actually instead... And what can you do if a team throws like this, right? Disqualify them? What's going to wind up happening? If you throw, we're going to give you a win in the match instead. It feels like this is such a difficult scenario for the tournament admins to deal with.
How do you play with a steering wheel, by the way? Is that how ball players play the game? They use a steering wheel?
So neither team can hold on to cap for more than a few seconds. It's a hot potato being passed around.
They still haven't flipped or even applied even the slightest bit of point pressure here.
Chu gets traded. It's a 4v4 with the health bars for Blade are catastrophically low. They did manage to secure a flip in all of this, but ROC are going to take the round.
They've won the point. They have to get on point. They have no excuse not to get on point. They need a desperate touch. But it's a barrage in spawn, and ROC Esports win the first map.
I'm not gonna lie, there's no way Blade wasn't. There's no way.
Mate, if I could get 15 inches for $5 in a heartbeat, I'd be there.
15.5, mate.
I think the casters are trying to cast it properly, but Chen knows. I think both the casters know that the teams are throwing. Yep, remove the mouse pad. Turn your mouse pad upside down. That's a fun one. Just play Widowmaker, miss all your shots, and just claim you're having a bad day. Exactly what Fari's going to do. Watch, Fari's not going to hit any shots. See? Die straight away. Look at that. See? That easy.
Dia, just a pre-fight pick onto Fari, though, so not a great start for a team that wants to lose.
Jump through from Belisria trying to mark out for Genji. He's going to get slowed and walked on, and Belisria is just going to die. One jump, one death.
A late death for Choi Se-wan, who's just... No, he's trying to lose too. He's trying to get out this way where there is absolutely no hope of escape.
Wen's just been able to walk through most of the map for free here, completely uncontested. Where's Belisria? Where's Choi? Where's the pressure? Wen is flanking the entire map. They've lost Fari. Wen is now surrounded.
China is unbelievable now that I think about it. We've got Chu for Shu, we've got Alfari for Alpha U, we've got Pride for Proud. Like, they're just taking the piss with these names.
Cheaper knockoffs.
Yeah, no, we've got all of the Temu fucking Korean pros here in China, and none of them are going to make it to the LAN. Wait, Chu is Molly?
Yeah,
he's still not making LAN.
And they're stuck behind here. Where are they going? Is Lynx going to have to transcend to get out of this?
Lynx is going to trank.
Oh, he dies!
Okay, Belisria pops the primal! 1v9, trying oh so hard. Bizarrely doesn't try to take the Mega, just goes behind again to make sure that he's going to miss the fight. Make it less obvious, man. Make it less obvious. Blade tactically opting to not push cart over and over and over again. But to be honest, ROC, I mean, you can see that they have no interest in winning this Havana. They are taking the mick here. There is no hope. All of these flanks, all of these deep jumps from Belisria that are so easy to one-jump, one-die him on. He jumps out into main again, just space jumping for all it's worth, poking out the enemy Widow with his right click. Dia pulls the high noon up top, just for a laugh, to be perfectly honest.
Dia just threw! Dude! He had a shot on Deadeye on somebody and he chose not to click.
You can see that this Bellisria guy just shits greatness. You know, even when he's trying to mess up his primal, he still manages to close it out and find a kill on the back end of it.
Oh, there we go.
Fortunately, he does want to go home, so he's just going to get pre-fighted there by jumping really, really deep and then back jumping into the open. We've got Choi in the back looking for a kill onto Fari, but wouldn't be surprised if we caught a little bit of Choi straight line. It's a great idea to push into the Tracer while reloading. Fortunately, Choi Seiwan appears to have once again, for the third time, forgotten to have recalled as Pride dashes on him. Bizarre.
Pride is killed for Widow. Self-destruct still available as Fari gets his angle, connects onto Choi. That one was on purpose, and they are going to get a full push here on Havana.
Finally, Fari hits a shot. Choi Seiwan, out of respect, not blinking behind the enemy Widow, but instead just strafing side to side right in front of the Widow without using the blinks. That's all good, though, because now we've got a full cap for Blade, ROC. I mean, they are not going to full cap back. I refuse to believe it. ROC are going to do some absolute bullshit on attack, and we're going to go to a 1-1 scoreline, surely.
They're gonna go with the Winston. Oh, I don't know. I mean, Winston on Havana. That's a tough pick for Bellisria here, especially first point. It's almost like you get poked out and you fucking explode instantly. But Bellisria, let's just assume the coaching staff, they just didn't figure that out in time. They didn't know that.
He was absolutely shamelessly throwing, like genuinely completely shamelessly throwing, where neither team wants to win so badly, but they also don't want to get DQ'd for throwing. Like, it's gonna be so gross.
It's a real art to walk the line here. Has to pop the form and will survive. We're going to get basically a reset as Pride dashes in for the Zen kill here. Lengths is trying to take the fight, but Bellisria responds to this, and it's a one-way trip for Pride, surely.
But Dia, he's good for a death. He's going to go down. Bellisria finds a trade, so no Widows in play anymore. Nanobruce comes out onto Remedy, but Choi Seiwan looked like he was actually trying there, gets himself slept nonetheless. And as long as there's no C9 here, Blade are going to hold on the retake. Wasn't even looking like a throw from ROC. Of it, and Bellisria is just good for that. Choi Seiwan flanking around the side, should find a kill onto Fari here. Clearly no interest in self-preservation as he goes for a full slash dash combo and deflect in the enemy team spawn, but Fari's just got no fucking hope, so he goes down regardless.
Now Genji 1v1. Choi's got support from Length of so should be able to win that. Dashes into a wall, chasing down Pride. Surely can't lose this one. Has to reload. Getting a little bit of help from his Anna here as well. Another deflect. Both defects invested who eventually kill Pride and get out. No one get out. Body shot from Fari to take him down. So, 1-for-1 trade. Blade will get a chance to get themselves back here onto second as Fari grapples into a Winston and a Widow.
So Pride just good for it over and over again right now. Blade really want to even up this scoreline so that they don't get accused of throwing too hard as well, despite it being very obvious that they were hard throwing map 1.
Primal now into the back. Bellisria will only Primal in a disadvantaged situation, takes a billion damage and has to leave. More of the same. Sleep in the back line here though, so Pride likely to get traded. It always gets his exit kill, and Dia's actually killed the Widow during all of this.
The commentator just said, they're winning, but no one's pushing the payload. Oh, they're still not pushing the payload. Literally, they're saying this on broadcast right now.
ROC coming back. Bellisria is on Doomfist now. You can see the throw is on. Really going to the Mickey Mouse picks. Choi Seiwan gets pre-fighted as well. Punch comes in from Bellisria, punching the wall out of respect.
Watch Length throw. Oh, there it is. I knew it.
So we won't be able to get back into mech. Pride has walked up looking for a Blade opportunity. Spots the Blade opportunity. Widow into the sky. Dio will land just in front of him. The nade is good and Pride has found 2 kills. Doesn't slash him. Doesn't want to feed a power punch.
And the Oscar goes to ROC Esports.
You want to tell me that Bellisria wasted Primal like 3 times in a fucking row? No way. No way. No way. I think at this point it's obvious. Okay. Last map previous map, I had doubts. This map, I feel like now it's like, oh, Langsa died, let's Primal, and then take all the damage in the world, and then have to leave.
I mean, it's certainly a unique game. A unique game of Overwatch.
You know what? I don't even blame the teams. I blame the format. I blame the shitty format for incentivizing teams to lose.
Watching Bellisria fight his Korean Winston program is absolutely cinema. Resistant.
Unter, can you full screen the gameplay? Probably not.
Oh, make it close. Don't give up. Make it close.
Blitzer writes, what would be funny is if ROC is actually trying their hardest but losing because they are fucking shitters. Looking at you, Bellisria, the bitch.
Why are people hating on Bellisria? Like, what's this anti-Bellisria narrative?
In Belarus's defense, he was primaling 1v9 versus CC2. Spoken like someone who's never had a human trafficking case go public.
So slow. Did they throw? They're both throwing, Wheats. They're both throwing. It's so much worse than just watching ROC throw. They're in a throw off. And they're having these huge breaks between every map because they're both fucking throwing and they're getting told off by the admins.
Blade, they have a two-player advantage. Just go push them. There's only 3 players there. Instead, they're going to try and spawn camp for 2 respawning players. Absolute shambles here. And now we're in a 5v5 situation. ROC Esports have got their spawns, and Wen's going to die in Baroom. Fari's going to die in Baroom. And somehow, some way, ROC are giving it away, but Blade are giving it away even more.
For some reason, ROC gets off the cart for a little while, just stops pushing. Wouldn't want to get too much. Absolutely outrageous here. Fari, 44% of his way to a visor, just on the legs, hitting the super flanks. Where is everybody right now? Fari is playing so far away, such an ineffective distance. Choice A1 kills when Pride is spawn killing a Juno? Where even are we right now? These are not real fights. This is not a real match.
Fari is still just dicking around somewhere. He's found a trade onto Choice A1. The fight seems to be happening nowhere remotely relevant to the robot right now.
Good engagement from Wen. Can't get it done, though. Misses everything. He's got another power punch. He punches back out. He's inside his team's orbital ray. Very, very low. Big comes out, catches all 5. There's a ray visor taking place, but the downpour has caught Fari. The blade comes out from Choice A1, and the card has been stolen by ROC. Far too good of a play for us to be seeing on a map that they're intending to lose. Just wanting to press the advantages when punching in, keeping the pressure up non-stop on Belarus. Fari is sprinting through the enemy team. Just call call ESIC, power punch comes through, lands on a pole, disaster. At least ROC, at least Blade are getting some card push right now. Oh, here's a good power punch, no kill converted! Yeah, Fari, the most unconvincing performance we've ever seen on the Soldier, just trying as hard as he possibly can to lose. So it truly is a classic Catch-22 situation where you are damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Ajax from New Orleans there as Dia slides in and just takes him down. Disaster.
Remarkable it's taken us to the 3rd map to get an Ajax in this situation, but New Oran will deliver.
I think at this point, ROC might be giving up on match fixing.
Remedy catches a kill onto Chu now. Fari got his one. After all this time, Fari did something. Blade, uphill battle, but don't count them out, Xavier. Do not count them out, because ROC wants the loss just as badly as Blade right now.
You might be onto something there. Far feeds again. I think Far is actually just obviously feeding on Soldier. I don't know. Like, it's just he's dead every 2 seconds. He was doing this on Li Jiang, too.
Belarus takes down Fari, who's made the swap over to Sojin, trying to make it convincing at the last second. Grow up.
And a full cap for ROC Esports as they take the lead in the series again, and they're on match point. But Paris has a piano. So did Nazi Germany.
I play as a human male warrior, straight, of course.
It must be so hard to accuse Belarus of throwing when he is in fact Belarus. Anna and Bulban seems reasonably reasonable. Obviously, throwing in the draft would maybe be a little bit too obvious.
Yeah, no, they save that for Rush or, someone that, isn't all about the nitty-gritty. We're ready to load into the thick of it.
It's crunch time, because ROC Esports are dangerously close to winning this series. Remember, it's a must-lose situation for both teams. And they are one Saravasa away from disaster here, ROC Esports.
Ryan first Queen, and Belarus is for sure going to play the runner. Like, they're having all of these big breaks to tell the teams to take it seriously, and ROC, they're starting Ryan. Like, there's just no fucking way. These last 2 maps are going to be an absolute disaster, where both teams, they cannot stomach a loss. They cannot stomach a loss. Wait, you say if he walks out on Ryan, I will explode. They were running at each other's spawn doors, playing Hog Zen on Control Center. Map 1. Like, they're taking the piss.
Why are we on Mario Lucio? Why are we on Reinhardt?
Ryan Sebastian versus Queen Genji Sojin with a Moira for some reason. With a Moira, TP from Choice A1 goes down onto the point. Dia TPs, freezes time and space itself. But now everybody from ROC Esports is on the high ground of the objective, frozen at 7 seconds. Suddenly we skip forward in time as Doctor Strange moves his hand, skips forward beyond the unlock, and Fari goes down first. Inconceivable.
More updates to come as we jump back into real time. Bastion TPing from one high ground to the other. He's got the angle on when. When is awfully low. More updates to come.
And news to come at 5 as time is entirely frozen at this point. It's not a case of moving through molasses, but instead a case of being completely frozen, like the ice caps up until the global temperature started to rise. Fari with Gal Gadot levels of acting. The worst you've ever seen.
What do you mean? Of course it's DNA. What the hell is RNA? What is RNA?
Bella's son or Choice A1 daughter,
G'day, mate.
neither, as they are both suffering generational punishment. It's rumored that ROC's whole team has just lost internet connection.
Everyone hates Snow Hill, bro. Everyone knows.
He was really weird to me at LAN, to be fair. So I'm not trying to defend. Not weird, but just like really fucking awkward, you know. And I was just like,
I mean, there's nothing wrong with being socially awkward, mate. You're in pro gaming.
yeah.
I thought you meant like that. I thought you meant that he was like a dickhead to you. It's like, I fucking hate that guy. He's just autistic as shit. Nah, he's definitely a dickhead. I mean, weren't there all these rumors that he was like pretending to coach a team? And then what he would do when he was streaming is he would pretend to give the team feedback on stream, mute his mic on the stream and talk, but then the players came out after the fact and said he wasn't even giving feedback. He was just laughing. He was just pretending to talk.
It was all an illusion.
Yeah. Like, I think he might be like one of the greatest frauds of our generation.
Yeah.
ROC has actually like for sure pulled the plug on their power or something, right? Like,
so did either of the teams get disqualified during the break? I was watching Ocie before her power went out as well during the pause.
oh wow, maybe Ocie is in the ROC facility.
She's
I know
on
she
the
doesn't
ROC
like
facility.
the Saudi rosters, but maybe. Someone broke into Faree's house and shot him in the head, resulting in a forfeit from Blade. We can only dream, Lemmy. We can only dream.
No one's live. Billy
I have no hands! I'm fucking TVNT!
You're what, TVNT?
I am fucking TVNT. You heard me. I'm not afraid to admit it anymore either. The viral "this man took a photo of himself every day for 30 years" video was actually all done during this pause. Yeah.
Maybe the... Shut up, Alpha. Alpha says, maybe the poor performance was down to pink. ROC players are posting proof on Bilibili that they have no internet. These fucking jokers have just sent a picture of their desktop showing the no internet symbol.
Yeah.
Fuck off!
Like, that is so fucking convincing, dude. I reckon they DQ them, dude. This is such obvious bullshit. Like, nobody is believing this, dog. Like,
We've been in a situation where both teams benefit from losing.
we're in.
Oh!
It's really happening.
Oh my god, it's happening.
They're playing Ryan Sim again.
1v1 for Genji. Dia is still on the high ground. Nuoran is going to run straight into that one. Dia will get the clean up with a nade.
What are they doing?
First fight for ROC. They're nailing it.
ROC, they took a 45-minute breather in an attempt to throw the game, but at the end of it, they just come back stronger. Bastion form soon to end, gets no damage, and now Dia's dropped onto low ground. Choice A1 is incredibly low, which to him is an indication that he should TP back up into danger. Dia's going to take down Pride, though, so again, things are looking good for ROC.
Oh my god, what is my Lucio player doing? Neuron. Okay, to be fair, I want Neuron to die.
Chu gets the kill on Fari again. When trades Linksa, God only knows what Bella's Rhea is doing, hiding on the coast going for meme pins. Dia TP's on, and the flip has gone Blade's way. Yet another inconceivable. Who could possibly have predicted that ROC would C9 in this?
You missed the shadow, by the way. Bella's Rhea just randomly shouted into nothing.
Blade, no interest in the point. They have Overclock ready to go, though. Are they going to go get involved, do something here? Whip back as they go flying in, pressure onto the brig. Overclock still available. Pride is going to get pinned out of this. Torpedoes come through. They are all over the backline. The Overclock finally comes out. Kitsune rushing response from Chu. They need more kills out of this Overclock. Slide onto the high ground, into everything, and Fari, hopeless. Self-destruct out now. And ROC, they're going to take a 2-round lead.
Oh my god, if they don't take their hands off the keyboards at this point, they're going to take the L. Dia manages to die to win on the point. Pride pulls the blade. He wants it, but he fucked it up. He's got no reset. He has to slash on Belisria. The Suzu Q is good. TP on from New Oran. Doesn't invest the ultimate, but Pride has wasted his own. Pride kills Langster, but it's just not going to be enough, Savior. 2-0 lead for ROC. They're staggering. They're staggering the baby diva. They actually just want the win at this point. They've given up.
They've just accepted.
Up on the notion of throwing. They've accepted that they're going to play verse once again. ROC use all of their ultimates there, but managed to lose the fight. They're hanging on by a thread right now, of course, meaning that they're about to win the series, which is the equivalent of having your back so far to the wall from coming through.
10 on the TP.
So many dead players here. As Fari takes down Deer, and Pride catches a kill onto Choice A1 as well. Brutal turn of events for ROC as they cheer that they've died on the rotation.
They've actually got time to spare thanks to that TP. Speed drink on. Belisria will get on point, start swinging into everyone. Kitsune rush response comes out. Simwall to keep ROC alive on point. Give themselves a space, and Choi, he takes the Farrah out, he's taking it all out, and ROC, they're going to do it, they're going to win the series!
Can't believe it. Fari is just too fucking good at throwing. Blade, they're going to lose. ROC, they're going to get what they absolutely didn't want, a win in the series, a win on the board. QO66. Oh, what a shocking series. At least they sucked up and won, you know? Like, at least they didn't hardcore even more after pulling the plug for 45 minutes.
I still want to reprimand them because they've really drawn it out and tried, and in many ways still failed at what they set out to achieve today.
Yeah, I mean, their team is just an abject failure in every way, are they not?
They can't win when they need to win, they can't lose when they need to lose, and they can't even lie about their internet well enough when they need to lie about their internet.
Yeah.